Today we're checking out the new OnePlus Pad Go 2, which surprisingly is available in the United States now, currently at $399, but I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. Don't forget to hit the hype button so more people see this video. Kind of interesting specs with this one. It's got a 12.1 inch IPS LCD display at 2800 by 1980 resolution at 7:5 aspect ratio and up to 120 Hz refresh rate. It's also 600 nits brightness normally, up to 900 nits peak brightness. It comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Ultra processor, 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage. You can choose between the Folio case or the Stylo for free, at least when I ordered mine. This one is more squared off on the edges. I believe it only comes in one color. They're calling it Shadow Black. Weighs in at 597 grams. One downside that I can see. Looks like you're gonna get fingerprints on this pretty easily. Pretty nice welcome screen. Also has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.4. Nice thing is you'll get 4 years of software updates and 6 years of security updates. So not as good as Samsung, but still not bad in my opinion. I do like their new welcome screen. You can see the bezels on here actually look pretty slim. Of course, this is on Android 16 Oxygen OS. Unfortunately, you don't get a fingerprint scanner on here. You just have Face Unlock or a password. Of course, you have Gemini as the assistant. It's on gestures by default, but you can also choose 3-button navigation, and you can even choose which order the buttons are in as well. In the settings, you can choose high, standard, or auto select. For the screen refresh rate, you can see the pre-installed apps are mostly the ones from Google, just a few extra from OnePlus. You've also got a couple extras like Netflix. Looks like there's already a software update, so might as well go ahead and do that. I think the screen quality on here actually looks pretty good. As you would expect from OnePlus, it's got good contrast, colors seem nice and vibrant. I think most people are gonna like how this screen looks in person. You can see the stylo comes with an extra tip. Feels pretty similar to an Apple Pencil. It looks like you do have to charge the pencil with a USB-C cable, so you can't just charge it by attaching it to the side. It also doesn't appear to attach to the sides or the back of the tablet, unfortunately. So definitely not the best, but at least it does have pen support. If you press the button on the stylo, you can switch between tools, take a partial screenshot. You can also swipe from the upper right corner to take a quick note as well. This also has screen off note where you can tap it with the stylus to start writing a note even while the screen is asleep. And then of course you have scribble, which takes what you write by hand and turns it into text. Swipe down anywhere to get your notifications. Swipe down over towards the right to get your quick settings or shortcuts. If you're not familiar with the software on OnePlus tablets, it's actually not that much different than what you would see on Samsung. They do make it a little more like iPads, how you have the dock down at the bottom, but over here on the edge, you've got shortcuts similar to the Edge panel on Samsung. You've got the Google Discover newsfeed. Left of the home screen, you've got floating windows and split view if you want to do some multitasking. It doesn't look like there's a desktop mode or anything like that on here, but it does let you edit things quite a bit or rearrange it as you need to. You can also share files with an iPhone or PC using Quick Share. Looks like it even has a TV remote using Google TV. Currently using about 22 gigabytes of the 128 available. Seems pretty typical. Looks like they also have RAM expansion on here up to 8 gigabytes, which they have turned on by default. They do have a few things here under OnePlus AI Writer, Translate, and Voice Scribe. Unfortunately, this doesn't have video out, so you can't just connect an HDMI adapter to connect to an external monitor, TV, or a projector. For some reason, you normally don't see more affordable tablets have video out, where I think it should be on all tablets, really. Now, just looking at the benchmark scores, definitely not the most powerful OnePlus tablet that I've tested. In fact, it seems a little low considering the price. I feel like gaming on here is decent. The graphics won't look as good on this as compared to higher end tablets. Gameplay seemed to be fairly smooth though when playing PUBG Mobile and Asphalt Legends Unite, and there was no overheating. In fact, it barely got warm at all during gameplay, so that's always good to see. It's got a 10,050 milliamp hour battery with up to 33 watt fast charging. I ran my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness and it lasted right around 6 hours, so maybe not quite as good as I was expecting, but about average compared to other tablets I've tested. I think once you turn the screen brightness down, you should be able to get a couple days of normal use. Usually OnePlus does a nice job with their audio, and that's the case with this tablet. It's got 2 speakers on each side, sounds nice and loud, and there's no distortion at the highest volume. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what it sounds like. As far as cameras go, you've got an 8 megapixel on the back, 8 megapixel on the front. In the photo app, you've got video, photo, selfie. Under more, you've got pano, time-lapse, and document scanner as well. You can shoot up to 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second for video recording. Seems to have pretty fast shutter speed. Here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of what to expect. Photo and video quality on here are kind of what you would expect, probably just good enough for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls. It may just come down to what you're looking for in a tablet, but this sort of fits in between the Galaxy Tab S10 Lite and the S10 FE from Samsung when it comes to size and price, but then it looks and feels closer to an iPad with its aspect ratio, but maybe that's what they were going for. Don't forget to hit that hype button down below so more people see this video. I know I've got some more comparisons to do with the OnePlus Pad Go 2, but so far it seems pretty nice, especially with the pen support, so you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.